boy King Bling Ice Collins, and you're watching RCW Pro Wrestling Spotlight. RCW, real professional wrestling, not that flicky stuff.
And welcome to another edition of Pro Wrestling Spotlight, Rubber City Wrestling, of course. I am your host, your role model, Ric Lieb. The guy says I'm a lot. And with me, as always, Miles Jacobs.
Howdy.
And the Don of professional wrestling, Frankie Andolini himself. Guys, we got a big show coming up. It's our second show ever, and we have a guest today on the show. He'll be on later on, Mike Smiley. No, I've wrestled Mike Smiley a ton of... The cameraman and the... What is wrong with you? I know he's a favorite of your guys', and that's fine. You know what? I'm not even going to dog the guy. I respect him. Yeah, no. I've been in the ring with that dude so many times. I'm not even about this.
He's pushed you to your limits.
Yes, he has. So I'm excited to have him on here.
I beat him.
You know, we're doing something a little different this week, and we're going to see if it works. And it's kind of instead of doing like a regular news segment to open the show, we're doing mail, because we actually got a letter in the mail this past week, and they asked us a question and wanted to know. So and me and Frankie and Miles, we were all talking about it, and it actually sounds like a good idea. It actually was delivered to you, so we're going to go ahead and let you do the honors. So, Frankie Andolini.
Here we go. I mean, I feel like Grandpa's reading a letter.
You don't want to get your address out there. Right?
Dear guys, I do not have the internet, so I was forced to send this.
Right?
Snail mail. This is from Aaron from Canal Fulton. Little guy. What I would like to know is what wrestlers inspired you guys to become wrestlers? With all my love, Aaron.
With all my love. How old is this kid? Anyway.
35.
All right then. Who wants to go first on this one?
I guess I'll go first. Me being a younger guy, I was watching guys like Chris Benoit and Chris Benoit.
No, I thought for sure it'd be me.
It's so weird. Yeah, he's that age. You could totally.
Dean Malenko. Randy Orton, Batista. Those are all the guys that I really watched. And I mean, yeah, I did watch a match of Ric Lieb. I was kind of impressed, but not really.
Whatever.
You know
damn well that.
But yeah, no, those are the wrestlers that I watched, and that inspired me to get in the ring.
Frankie?
I want to say I was maybe 8 years old, and I was walking along and walked right by a mirror, and I looked at myself. I thought, my God, I should be a wrestler. And I inspired myself to become my...
Really, man?
That's such... Obviously, we both did that, but aside from yourself...
Someone else.
Yeah.
Obviously, the great Bruno Sammartino for me. Heritage wrestler, the greatest. He went out there, he sold out Madison Square Garden every time. He beat the greats every time. He made you believe every time. So Bruno Sammartino for me.
Man, I'm dying over here. Okay, this is kind of a two-part question for me, because I don't know if they're asking who inspired me to wrestle, or if he's asking who was my favorite wrestlers. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do both. Number one, growing up, Four Horsemen for me. Ric Flair was my all-time favorite, but you really couldn't, there really wasn't much of a gap between Ric Flair, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, and, you know, the rest of anybody that had came in after that, Barry Windham, Lex Luger, you know what I'm saying, it's Psycho Sid, you know, Scissor Man. And No, but so those were the guys I grew up liking, and of course in WWF, Roddy Piper. Roddy Piper was my dude.
Absolutely.
You know him, Cowboy Bob Orton, Ace. Which I actually saw Bob Orton.
Healed poorly.
And I asked him how the arm was doing. He said it's healing up good now that he's not in the competition. He said that was a problem, is it's so much competition. And he said that everybody kept on keying on his arm, headbutting him in the arm.
Yeah.
They kept going after the injury and stuff. So yeah, now shut up, man. I know what you're thinking. Anyway, but what actually made me want to be a wrestler, and I worked a show with him, or an event with him actually, many years ago. Actually, it was 2012. It wasn't that long ago. And that was Tommy Wildfire Rich. I worked with him, and it was his match, or should I say, a series with Mad Dog Buzz Sawyer. It was so bloody they had to put a big X on the screen. And I'm watching this over at my buddy Fred's house, and we are just afterwards. We're out there wrestling. I told them guys, it's like, when I grow up, I'm going to be a professional wrestler. So it was Tommy Rich and Buzz Sawyer that made me want to be a wrestler. Of course, it was a bloodbath that made me want to be that. Okay, and then it was Ric Flair and the Four Horsemen, Arn Anderson, Tully Blanchard, and Ole Anderson. That inspired me to be the great that I am today. And who would have saw me superseding even them?
Right.
Well, of course I am. I mean, you see right there.
It didn't take you long to do it
You
either.
see who's sitting next to me.
Almost immediately.
They could have given the heavyweight championship a name.
It's not a bad idea.
Might even interview it eventually.
It'd be definitely easier. It'd be a better interview.
Right.
Oh, not
Or a better co-host.
yeah, absolutely.
But anyway, okay, we're gonna go ahead and take our first commercial break, and when we get back, we're gonna go ahead and jump into some Rubber City Wrestling. You know what October is? It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and your role model Ric Lieb is pretty in pink. But I'll tell you what, on October 26th, I'm not gonna be that pretty. I'm not gonna be that nice. I'm coming there, and I'm pissed off, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm pissed off. Your role model isn't in the main event that show. You want to know why? Because I'm wrestling a yard tard. That's right, Johnny Gigolo, a.k.a. Referee John Sell, comes in, wins a lucky match against a guy everybody knows would win 4 out of 5 times against them. But you know what, Johnny? I don't care. If the fans want to see you get your ass kicked, that's what I'm going to do. So on October 26th, you step in that ring if you got the balls. And when them butterflies start riding up inside you and you start puking in the back, you'll understand you just got yourself in a fight you don't want to be in. On Saturday, October 26th, Rubber City Wrestling brings to you a grave affair. The main event will be for the RCW Neo title as the Spotlight Marcus Knight defends his crown against the original Son of Violence, Justin Bradley. For the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship, Die Hard the Hunter will defend against radio personality Jeffrey LaRoque. RCW Heavyweight title match will be on the line as your role model Ric Lieb will defend against Johnny Gigolo. The Super Heavyweight Champion Kenny Hendricks will defend the title against Mike Smiley. And the Tag Team Champs will be there as Maximum Discipline defend their belt against Medicated Inc. Plus, Alexander Crowley, Spike, and Ray Stewart go at it in a 3-way dance for the #1 contendership for the Light Heavyweight Championship. James Lethal will take on Mr. Wrestling 2000 and Scott E. Stevens versus The Rogue. That's Saturday, October 26th at the Akron Turner Club, 547 Monroe Falls Road in Talmadge, Ohio. Bell times at 6 p.m. General admission $10, front row $15. Rubber City Wrestling. Real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Yes, we're over here. We're laughing because this came out. Okay, it's the new RCW rankings, and first of all, they got me as most hated. I believe I should have been the most popular. I think they got Rogue as most popular, and they put me as most hated. These guys are laughing at me about it because it's got to be a typo. Die Hard is the 3rd most hated. Look, Ric Lieb, Scotty Stevens, Die Hard, James. No, wait. Sorry.
He's old.
No,
I can't read it.
Get his glasses on. It's fine.
Yeah.
Max Cortez, and then Marcus Knight. And I'm like, why all these guys that people love? And then they got most popular. Get this: The Rogue, Johnny Gigolo, Justin Bradley, Spike St. James, and then Kenny Hendricks.
I don't even know how these were compiled.
Right. I obviously.
I mean, I think they were right. I mean, I'm a big fan of the Rogue. By the way, he's around every corner. He's coming for you. Just want
You
to
know
let
what?
You know.
You could
It's
tell.
called a stalker, and it's illegal.
Yes, stalking's illegal in the United States of America.
I know.
And just understand something here, okay? The Rogue, I already own that man in the ring. I'm done with him. I'm not wrestling him ever again. I'm done. I did what I had to do. I beat him.
Brass knuckles / paperweights.
No, slash.
We have not confirmed it, but
All right, here. Now I got. Here's where my other beef is, and it's no disrespect to Marcus Knight, but pound for pound, the best wrestler in the top 10 list.
yes,
Marcus Knight,
yes, over you, yes.
Die-
Every day of the week.
Die Hard the Hunter at number 2. I'll take that. Die Hard light heavyweight champion. Ric Lieb at 3rd.
Yeah,
3rd.
3rd.
Kenny Hendricks and Justin Bradley, the Rogue, Yeti, Alexander Crowley, Scott E. Stevens, and Spike St. This is garbage. This,
Should we throw it away?
yeah, I'm gonna have you throw it away in a minute.
No,
I kind of.
let's just see where all the typos are, so we know who to yell at.
Here's the one I want to point out right here. Look,
Okay.
who's that at number 8? Number 8 in the heavyweight contenderships. Number 8. Who's it saying?
Is that Johnny Gigolo?
Johnny Gigolo,
Okay.
number 8. Not number 1 contender, although I don't think that the Rogue should have been number 1 since I already wiped him off that list. Scotty Stevens, I believe, deserved a match. Number 2 contender. You know, Vinny DiMarzo, where's he been?
He's got some things going on.
Right?
Yeah.
Marcus Knight, Animal, yeah.
He's
And
got
it
some
goes
muscle
on.
building.
He's a big boy.
Super heavyweights, you know, they got Yeti, Justin Bradley, Kenny Hendricks champion, Yeti, Justin Bradley, Mike Smiley, Max Cortez, should have been number 1. Mr. Wrestling 2000, Josh Cortez, Bro Hemoth.
I even made that list.
I was just about
I
to,
made that
I was
list.
about to say 9 that I
And I'm
got to 10.
like, what have I done? Like, actual RCW ring. Like,
you know,
whatever, I must be that good.
No, I'm proud of you. You're on the
Whatever,
top
hey,
10 list.
yeah.
You've done battle royals, so you know you've wrestled some stuff. They need to fill the list. I mean, there's a lot of people on the roster, but you know how many
Yeah.
super heavyweights are there? Anyway, Die Hard is the light heavyweight champion. Alexander Crowley, we
For
got
now, he's
Spike.
the-
Ray Stewart should be number 1 on this list. Ray Stewart. But here's what,
he might be. He actually might be number 1 coming up. We'll see what happens at the show and who the number 1 contender.
Jeffrey LaRoque at number 4. Jeffrey
He's almost
LaRoque
gonna
is
make
on the
his way
top
to
10
number
list.
1.
No,
Yeah.
first
Give
of all,
it
I don't
time.
think. No, shut up for a
Give it
minute. I
time.
get it. You're training him, and
Yes,
I
love
appreciate
it.
you. I appreciate you. But, you know,
You have no idea the hard work this guy's put in. You have no idea
He's got
what
heart.
I've been teaching him. I've taught him this much of what I know, which is more than he needs to know.
but Jeffrey LaRoque over Black Sabbath or the
He'd go over
Valedictorian
everyone.
or Quintana Natana.
Except for Rick.
Okay.
But everyone else. he
All right,
beat.
anyway, enough about the list.
Beat him.
Most hated, Ric Lieb. That needs change.
That's
Most
weird.
popular, yes. Most hated, absolutely freaking not.
So weird.
That's why I don't like you fans.
Yeah, well, that's what they get.
I know, right?
They lost out on a friend.
Right,
You know
exactly.
what? It's the fans that
Are
is
a
the
bunch of
lifeblood
crap.
of RCW.
Oh.
Let's be honest.
Anyway, fans,
That's
October
it, come on.
26th, hush, October 26th, Rubber City Wrestling presents A Grave Affair. It's going to be at the Akron Turner Club in Talmadge, Ohio. We've got a great card on there. Couple matches that are going to be on there. One that we were talking about during the break is the three-way dance. It's for the number 1 contendership for the light heavyweight championship. Jeffrey LaRoque should have been in this, but of course he's
He's
wrestling
going to
the
be
light
the
heavyweight
champion,
champion.
so whoever wins this will probably
You're
wrestle
so
Chad.
on drugs. Anyway, Alexander Crowley, Spike St. James, and of course the guy that's going to surprise them all,
The next big
Ray
deal.
Stewart,
Ray
the next
Stewart.
big deal. Yes, I'm telling you right now, if you don't know anything about Ray Stewart, you better start doing your homework. This kid, it's Animal's nephew, This kid is going to be the next #1 contender for the light heavyweight championship, and then him and Die Hard are going to probably put on a clinic. It's going to be a beautiful match. It's going to be like family wrestling, family. I can't wait to see that. But anyway, I'm not even going to go ahead and tell you anything. I'm giving you my prediction for the one right now. Ray Stewart will end up beating these guys, and that's all I got to say. Now who do you think is going to win this match, and why?
Spike St. James.
Why Spike St. James?
Well, you see, I've wrestled Spike St. James. I know what he's all about, and I know that he's intense, extremely intense. Just look at his promo that he did. Intensity at its finest.
Yeah, I'm just showing him that Spike is not even listed over top of Alexander Crowley. He shouldn't be listed over top of Ray Stewart. He should be probably at the bottom of that list.
Just saying.
All
I
right.
think he's got this in the bag.
Well, Spike's a great veteran. I'll give him credit for this. I've wrestled him before, and he's better than I thought. As skinny as that guy is, I thought it's just going to walk all over him. He's actually a lot better than I thought. But Ray Stewart, man, he's going to surprise you guys. Who do you think of it?
I don't know, man. That Spike St. James, I mean, I know he says he's #1, but he just looks like the #1. I don't know, man. I don't really see it. I mean, he's intense. He's angry. But, nobody wins a match by going out there and I'm angry. You've got to think. You've got to know. You've got to look at your opponent and consider what the next step is.
Right.
He's too mad. I don't
So
know. man.
Well, he's not
who are
happy
you
or
taking
just-
out of these three then?
Well, I mean, Jeff's going to be able to beat all of them, so I guess it doesn't really matter.
Who are you taking?
Yeah.
We need to pick for the.
You know what? I'd like to see Jeffrey LaRoche beat.
No, it's not Jeffrey LaRoche.
Well, he's gonna beat him when he beats. Okay, here's the chain of events. Okay, here's what's gonna happen. Jeff is absolutely gonna beat Die Hard because it's just Die Hard. I fought in World War. I know. I fought in World War II. I'm Die Hard. Okay. So Jeff's gonna beat him. Jeff then has to contend with whoever wins this match. I think I'd like to see Jeff beat this Ray Stewart kid that thinks he's gonna be something, because Jeff can go ahead and just put him back where he belongs at the end of the line.
Now, one note on this is Alexander Crowley does have a manager now. It is the Sicilian Beast, Ken Sermonera. Ken is a legend in these parts.
That
And
might change something.
That does change
yeah,
a few things.
that actually, that just came into my studio, just told me that Ken Sermonera just signed him. And so I'm still going to go ahead and say Ray Stewart because that's Animal's nephew.
Right.
And we've been working with him. But, wow, I mean, Sicilian Beast, good freaking Lord, man. That guy has wrestled Captain Lou Albano. That guy's wrestled Abdullah the Butcher.
Yeah.
That guy's wrestled, actually, he wrestled with the guy that trained me.
Really?
Yeah, if it tells you anything. So, okay, I'll say this. Alexander Crowley, the one to look out for. Die Hard will know what to do. I'm not worried about him.
Right.
Ray Stewart. So we both say
Die
Ray?
Hard will be watching from the front
So we both
row.
say Ray? Are you changing your vote on that?
No, I'm absolutely. I would rather see Jeff beat Ray because I don't want him to have
Jeff
to
isn't
deal
going to
with-
win. I don't think you understand.
I already
that
said
Die
it's a
Hard-
done deal.
Die Hard
It's
is
Jeff-
ruthless. Die Hard
Jeff
is-
had zero chance until he signed me to teach you.
Listen.
And now he's got 110%. How does he get the extra 10%? Here it is,
Yeah.
Mr. 10%.
Just
That's
remember
me.
that Die Hard's got the way in his corner. So don't
Well, he also has Jeff has the Andolinis. So
Yeah, okay, well.
we got more brothers than you know. Big
Listen.
Daddy Andolini's been a busy man. You never know.
You know what? I know Vito Andolini, your dad, and I get it. I know the guy's thrown his junk
He
on the
has
crap
shared
table
the
many
fun.
times.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, okay, it is what it is. Moving on. Moving on. What was the next match you wanted to talk about?
Not gonna lie, kind of forgot.
You said the Rogue
Yes,
against Scotty
The
Stevens.
Rogue, Scotty Stevens, correct. yes.
Ah, how did you forget? This is your list.
Dude, I'm.
This is, for the record, we let him choose who was going to be what matches we were going to talk about today, and he can't even remember it. It's his list.
Yep, my list.
Okay.
And this is
You know
why
what?
I'm.
I'm
That's
cutting
why
him
I'm.
off. That's it. I'm cutting you off. You're done.
Oh,
You
come
have
on.
whatever you want. It's on the house.
Right. Exactly.
Ah, man.
Anyway, so here we go. Scotty Stevens,
class-
my dude,
The Class A class hole, the classiest man in the building.
the classiest man in the building. Yes, his fans are class holes, not him.
Oh,
Now listen,
I thought he was the class hole. My bad.
he's the #1 class hole. But
Gotcha.
his
Are
fans,
we aware what that sounds like? Okay, well, never mind.
Yeah.
it's what he calls his fans. I
Yeah.
know. I mean, it's on his shirt. #classful.
Yeah.
I
like it.
I like it too.
Yeah,
I like it too.
it's training, I guess.
Okay, listen. I've already marinated it, so to speak. I've already beaten down the rogue pretty bad. That guy's probably not walking right to this day. He's probably. I've already set the table. All Scotty Stevens has to do is take advantage of the rest. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm gonna go ahead right now and say it. Gonna be a great match. Am I making you turn to drinking? Is that what I've done?
Turn to.
Okay, good.
Mother.
All right. Anyway, what I'm going to get at is this. I'm picking Scott E. Stevens because he's going to have Jayhawk in his corner,
Yeah.
and Jayhawk is one of the smartest people I know.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Scott E. Stevens is going to get ran over, rolled up, flattened out, and thrown out in the ring like a pancake. All right? You made the Rogue angry, and he's going to come at you after he's done with Scott E.
Let me
Stevens.
tell you something, okay? I wrestled the Rogue once.
Yeah,
For this.
yeah.
Guess who still has this?
I also remember at RCW Training Center where he annihilated you.
See, I'm just gonna go ahead and hold my baby right here with me. How's that sound? I'll just hold my baby right.
Hold it nice and close to you.
Oh,
Nice and close.
I will.
Because it's going to get taken away from you.
Who's in there? Johnny Gigolo.
Not Johnny Gigolo.
Oh, now you're changing your pick from last week. Why is he not? Is he not here today?
No, he's not here.
No, you flip flop worse than a freaking pair of shoes.
I'm a Browns fan. What do you expect?
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah. His Bills are kicking butt this year. So
Right.
I'm not even gonna talk trash.
It's done.
My Steelers suck this year. Suck. Come on, Ben, come back. Get well soon. I'm talking to the pitcher. Anyway, all right. Well, you're the decision breaker here. Scotty Stevens or the Rogue. Now he's got Marcus Knight in his corner also, and Marcus Knight made his presence felt last time.
I don't know, man. I it's a Rogue. I've known that guy a long time. He is every bit of the beast that he says he is. And look, I knew Rick was going to beat him. I mean, that was neither
Right,
here nor there.
right.
I saw the match. It was completely fine.
Right.
Man, that's a Rogue. I mean, he's determined. I think I got to go with the Rogue.
He's angry.
I cannot believe this.
He's angry, and he's in that role of
He
his.
gets. Have you ever seen that look he gets in his eyes? Like, I've been on the wrong side of that more than once.
So
That
we agree
look
once
will
or we
make
disagree?
that look will
It
make a
happens.
man's
It
heart
happens.
stop.
It happens.
All right.
It happens.
All right, we're gonna go ahead and move on. Hi, kids, I'm your champ. Anyway, final match, the tag team match.
Yes, Medicated Inc. versus Maximum Discipline.
Okay, but there's been a change up in the lineup.
Yes.
Because see, apparently Blitz is in solitary confinement, and they aren't letting him out anytime soon.
No. That
So-
goat is crazy.
Schizo brings in Jackson Storm.
Really?
The hard. Oh, breaking
No one's
news
told me
apparently.
anything. Yeah. No.
So it's Schizo and Jackson Storm teaming up against the Way members of Animal and Max Cortez, the champions. More recipients of the gold, might I add.
Wow.
And I'm just saying, it doesn't matter who they're going to line up. Max, Animal, they're going to knock him down. Last event, they came out with a lucky win. Because the referee disqualified Max for a low blow. Really? Really? The maximum what's your guess?
Why would I
Right
say
there.
that?
Number one on the list, by the way. We didn't talk about tag teams. Maximum Discipline, Max and Animal of the Way, will kill whoever gets in their way. And we'll speak about this top 10 list because Medicated Inc. is actually third. The Pinnacle is number one. That's Scotty Stevens.
That would actually be a wonderful match.
That'd be a great match. It would
That
be a
would be.
great match. I would feel bad for them, but it would be a great match. The Andolinis are two. What? All you had to do is sign your name on the contract and you're in the top two? Really?
Sometimes our reputation just precedes us. People said the Andolini brothers are there. Well, obviously they're better than everyone It's like I've always said. Everybody, I respect you, and you're so important, and good match, bro, and all that. The Andolinis aren't about that. We're about winning, making money, just all around kicking everybody's ass.
And ironically, we're about breaking necks and cashing checks, so it would be a fun.
We don't respect very many people. You've got to earn that. You don't just get it, right? There's too many people that just want to give respect before they earn it. That's not what we do.
No.
We don't do that. We don't. I respect. You know how many people on here I respect? Let me look at.
2 or 3, maybe, if that.
I'd say 2, maybe 3.
Okay.
Yeah. You didn't just put that in my head. I already thought 2 or 3.
So you put that in my head.
All right.
And
Anyway.
I was speaking for you.
Okay.
Those people earned it, right? Everyone else here, I have no respect for.
All
I
right.
have no problem beating up their kids and their mom.
Well, you
I got
know
no
half-
problem with any of that.
I'll be honest, you probably don't know half the guys
don't
on
need
that
one.
No,
roster.
no. He's definitely deserving of being the number 2 tag team. Though.
No, you definitely agree.
I've traveled many roads with the Andolini brothers, and they are that good. It would be great, but that's not the match we're talking about right now. Right now, we're talking about Maximum Discipline versus Medicated Inc., the new version, because it's Schizo now, and Jackson Storm.
They changed the prescription, so now they're different medicated.
Oh.
It's cheating. I don't like it.
I don't like that they did the change up, because we were already ready for one, and by we I mean the way, and then they go and they change it up. Solitary confinement's a bit, it's not cool.
rough,
I
yeah.
got to swear on the air, and we're not supposed to. We
Yeah,
got to
oops.
keep it clean.
Right.
But I'm gonna say this, okay?
Yes.
I'm gonna say this. Max and Animal don't lose twice in a row. It just doesn't happen. Max and Animal are the most terrifying team in professional wrestling. Now I know the Carnivores of Chaos would probably disagree, and they're scary. They're a combined weight of 1,000 pounds. But yeah. Because you got
It'd be like him taking up a spike.
right. Well, you got.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
Good
it's
point.
just like that.
Anyway,
Yes,
but
we
yeah.
could probably take him.
But I'm definitely, I don't care how many different versions you want to go and throw at us. I'm taking Maximum Discipline to win this match.
Obviously.
Okay, Frankie
Yeah.
already agrees, so that's 2 votes for that. You,
Wait,
I
don't-
know you're a
You
big.
guys suck.
I know you're a big.
Medicated Inc. the whole way.
Where is this?
I know you're a big Jackson Storm fan, but come on.
I just I'm
Schizo
sorry.
is schizophrenic or something.
You
He's
can't
crazy.
you can't prepare for crazy. You can't, because the point is they're crazy. They're gonna come at you with things that you have no idea that's coming.
Is this because I cut you off? Is that why you're making dumb
Yes!
decisions? Well, I'm sorry. I'll give
Get him
you
a drink.
Give me
please.
a shot or
You guys
something,
keep
man.
talking about
But no, seriously.
Get him the Patron.
He doesn't get the Patron.
I have never in my life ever counted out the crazy person. And that's because they're unpredictable. And that unpredictability is what makes them dangerous.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and let him pour a drink and let him leave with that. We're going to take our next commercial break. But when we get back, won't be us. It'll be a match featuring Mike Smiley against Marcus Knight for the Neo Championship. And then
Wonderful.
we will have Mike Smiley here in studio for an interview. On Saturday, October 26th, Rubber City Wrestling brings to you a grave affair. The main event will be for the RCW Neo title as the Spotlight Marcus Knight defends his crown against the original Son of Violence, Justin Bradley. For the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship, Die Hard the Hunter will defend against radio personality Jeffrey LaRoque. RCW Heavyweight title match will be on the line as your role model, Ric Lieb, will defend against Johnny Gigolo. The Super Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Hendricks, will defend the title against Mike Smiley. And the Tag Team Champs will be there as Maximum Discipline defend their belt against Medicated Inc. Plus, Alexander Crowley, Spike, and Ray Stewart go at it in a 3-way dance for the #1 contendership for the Light Heavyweight Championship. James Lethal will take on Mr. Wrestling 2000 and Scott E. Stevens versus The Rogue. That's Saturday, October 26th at the Akron Turner Club, 547 Monroe Falls Road in Talmadge, Ohio. Bell times at 6 p.m. General admission, $10. Front row, $15. Rubber City Wrestling. Real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff.
that Bella?
In the blue?
Saturday night, October 26th, Akron Turners Club. It's going to be a great affair. And it's going to be a great affair for Die Hard the Hunter. You know why? He's going to become Die Hard the Hunted. When I step in that ring and I take what I feel belongs to me, the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship. And, by the way, if you're going to have the waytards out there, I have some backup. Very serious backup. Come on in.
Oh, Die Hard, I know what you're thinking. Surprise. You haven't been this surprised since World War II, have you, buddy? Well, guess what? That feeling you have right now, that's a premonition. It's a premonition that violence is on its way. You see, this guy paid the right money to the right people. You just lost your title, buddy.
On Saturday, October 26th, Rubber City Wrestling brings to you a grave affair. The main event will be for the RCW Neo title as the Spotlight Marcus Knight defends his crown against the original Son of Violence, Justin Bradley. For the RCW Light Heavyweight Championship, Die Hard the Hunter will defend against radio personality Jeffrey LaRoque. RCW Heavyweight title match will be on the line as your role model, Ric Lieb, will defend against Johnny Gigolo. The Super Heavyweight Champion, Kenny Hendricks, will defend the title against Mike Smiley. And the Tag Team Champs will be there as Maximum Discipline defend their belt against Medicated Inc. Plus, Alexander Crowley, Spike, and Ray Stewart go at it in a three-way dance for the #1 contendership for the Light Heavyweight Championship. James Lethal will take on Mr. Wrestling 2000 and Scott E. Stevens versus The Rogue. That's Saturday, October 26th at the Akron Turner Club, 547 Monroe Falls Road in Talmadge, Ohio. Bell times at 6 p.m. General admission, $10. Front row, $15. Rubber City Wrestling. Real professional wrestling, not that flippy stuff. Welcome back to Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Our guest today is one Mike Smiley. I've actually been on the road with Mike Smiley for almost 20 years. We've not on the road. We've never driven together.
No.
We've never been friends, but I think we both have a mutual respect for each other.
Yeah.
You definitely earned that the last time I wrestled you. For those that don't know, 30-minute Iron Man match, and it went the time limit draw. No one won that match, and I definitely thought you were going to just completely blow up in there in about 10 minutes. I tried. You were smart. And good match. great wrestler. He does give a damn about you fans, which I'll never understand because you should come to the dark side. I'm telling you. But anyway, we just got done watching your match against Marcus Knight. You guys went back and forth, but
that was an ass-kicking contest.
it was, and the final bout ended with you getting your ass kicked.
Marcus Knight finally proved he could beat me one-on-one. No Jayhawk, no outside interference, no cheap shots. And for that, we got a lot of respect for each other for that.
Yeah, I actually disagree with his tactics. I always say, work smarter, not harder. Frankie, I know that you wanted to chime in on that. I mean, wouldn't you throw a couple cheap shots in here and there? I mean,
Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
exactly. See, that's why we're just going to try and tone you out. Anyway, next event, should I say. You got yourself another title match. I don't know how you keep getting in all these title matches.
I'm not asking for it.
I know. Well, you've got Kenny Hendricks. Super heavyweight champion Kenny Hendricks. He's putting his title on the line against you. You became the #1 contender because of your match against Marcus Knight. Have you ever wrestled Kenny Hendricks?
Other than the brief moment in the super heavyweight tournament, no. We've been in the same building, same promotions, probably the past 10 years, never stepped actually in the ring with him other than the few minutes I was at the last show.
So I have to ask this, and I think even my co-hosts here would agree on this one. Kenny Hendricks is a bodybuilder. He is definitely stronger than you, and I think you're he's huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, super heavyweight with what I think it was 4% body fat, which makes me have to ask, what are you gonna do? What is your game plan to beat this man?
You have 4% muscle, so.
I have not missed you, Bernie.
Wow.
First of all, don't ever call him by his middle name. Only his mother does.
Yeah, you're not my mother.
Frankie Andolini.
You are a mother.
Will always be Frankie here. For those that don't know, Francis Bernard Andolini, and his mom calls him Bernie for some reason.
Only if I'm in trouble.
Really, it's just outsmarting them, being quicker, more technical, get them on the ground.
You do have a background in technical wrestling, which is good.
I mean, I'm not gonna go up there for a test of strength, because that's not. It'd be like
Good thinking.
Jeffrey LaRoe trying to test Animal on a test of strength. It's not gonna happen.
It
I'm
doesn't
teaching
make
Jeffrey he'd win. Just saying.
No, shut up. You are so full of crap. I don't know why you think that.
I mean, I got a lot of respect for Kenny, and I'm excited for this opportunity. I've never been in the ring with him, so I look forward to it and being in a full-blown match with him.
Okay, I don't think I could look forward to being in a full-blown match with Kenny Hendricks. But
Well, I never was really in a full-blown match with Animal years ago, but I finally got in there and had the time of my life in there.
oh, gosh.
And I came on top on that one too.
Yeah, well,
so
you know
I
what?
have a victory over big-sized guys.
Listen.
People
Just
like him are called sadomasochists.
Yeah, you know
There's
what
a
I'm
term
saying.
for it, yeah.
Pain freaks. Listen.
Don't Google that.
That Animal match you cheated to win, I'm sure. No, but I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now that I don't think you have a chance. The man's been to the WWF at the time. I mean, he as Kenny Henderson, for those that don't know. He's been to the show. He had a nice little tenure there. He's wrestled all over at least this half of the United States. I don't know about the entire states of the world, but I know he's been up and down this continent on this end at least. He's won numerous titles, tag team and singles. And the thing is, he's not just brawn. The man's got brain to add to it. And when you have brains added to your brawn, chances are you're a scary person to get in the ring with. Now, I would win, but that's because I know a couple shortcuts that would take him out. I just know that it would hurt a couple days afterwards.
Sort of like the brass knucks you used at the last show.
I did not use brass knuckles at the last show.
Paperweight.
Right. First of all, the brass knuckles are illegal.
Yeah.
I only own paperweights. But no, those are solid fists. I wish people would stop accusing me.
Also, you should cheat to try and beat him. I'm just
I'm
suggesting.
you might want to.
Yeah,
I have a paperweight you can borrow. You know, my take is this. Pick Kenny on that title, then Max or Animal. Animal's trying to get in that division.
You're gonna have the worst luck if you end up winning and then Animal's the next.
And I beat Animal once, I could beat Animal
Oh,
again.
gosh. Anyway,
You've been rather quiet over there.
he has been.
Well, you
like
guys have taken the show, and
Right.
you know, he's been hitting every point that I've wanted to make as well. So I mean,
Okay, let me ask you. Him versus Kenny Hendricks, both of them are good guys. So, you can't go and choose your best friend on it. I just got to ask you, who do you think's going to win this match and why?
it's going to be one heck of a show. Mike Smiley's going to win.
He's such an ass kisser, man.
Well, it's just because he's sitting here.
I think so.
Well,
Kenny
think
was
about
here.
think about it this way.
Okay.
He went up against last show one of the best wrestlers in the ring, Marcus Knight. Went toe to toe with Marcus Knight. Okay, he's at Mike Smiley. Mike Smiley, are at a level in which you can beat anyone, anywhere, at any time. And it doesn't matter if it's Animal, if it's Ric Lieb,
It
if it's
actually does.
Mr. Andolini over here.
You're pushing it.
There's no one you can't beat. And it's going to be the same here. You have a technical advantage, you have a speed advantage, and you have the experience to win. So just go out there and do your best.
Frankie, who do you think's going to win this match? Be honest.
Gosh. I've already got money on Kenny, so
Yeah,
definitely going with that.
the odds are. But
The odds
Oh,
are
it's
I will
fair.
say-
the odds are against you.
no. It's an opinion. You know, truth is, I hope you both just beat the crap out of each other. I don't really want to see either one of you, in the ring anytime soon. I'm not gonna.
No.
You know,
That'd be ridiculous.
last time I wrestled him, I think my ribs were bruised, and so yeah. But
Shamed.
if you both go out there and just beat the crap out of each other, then better for us. But anyway, no, all seriousness, Mike, it was a pleasure having you on the show. Good luck on the 26th. You're gonna really need it, and
Appreciate it.
yeah, absolutely, and stop in sometime, have a drink. Frankie's bartending. You know what I'm saying? I mean, forget about it.
Don't make plans for that evening because you're not going to remember what happens.
All right, fans, thank you for joining us on this edition of Pro Wrestling Spotlight. Join us again next week when our special guest should be a surprise. I'm not allowed to tell you guys.
I know what the surprise is.
Do you?
I'm a genius.
But you know. See you then. Promotional consideration paid for by the following: Lieb Graphic Designs and more. If you would like posters, t-shirts, or anything else with your graphic design needs, go to Lieb Graphic Designs and more on Facebook. Maurice, looking for the most beautiful handmade wreaths around? Visit Maurice on Facebook. Akron Dreamers, get yourself a drink and a dance at Akron Dreamers. Fortitude Music Group. If you have a commercial or an album or just want to record something, check out Fortitude Music Group.